Misfits, ex-FURIA players bolstering the ranks, looking to get their revenge on their former team. Let's see if they could do it.
Mid's open. Completely. And for right now, it looks like it's be a B split. Gabby, that's a fantastic shot. And she might have spotted the bomb on Sophia's back, but Car's rotated in to plug the gap in towards middle at the moment. Next kill really determines a lot on how this round's going to play out.
Boost up. Car's going to have a lot of players on in position in a moment. That's a lot of info, though. Player up on high and at least one spotted lower. Might have seen both. Now she can calm that on over and no one else is needed to budge. They've got this 2-2 setup. The fact that there's no further progression in mid means that FURIA don't need to move a muscle.
Really nice as well, the delay on the HE. The fact that Iz is so close to the dual Berettas. Atrix need to clear this angle, and Bazina can even take the first contact here to kind of sell the idea that Iz is not there. There's a great start. No one's looking. Finally, there's a trade. Space has been given over, but the rotations are already here.
Yeah, and you've done so well in these early engagements that you can just fall them back. 4 versus 2, you've got all the advantages. Third player comes on over to support. Gabby just hanging out in case they fall on back, but Atrix are going to be committing in towards 8. Very difficult for them. No smoke or anything to get on over. So I might just try and stick the plant, see if a bit of covering fire can be provided. Good gush on the car. That is actually going to give some space. A tap onto the bomb to see if they rush down. And it is going to kind of bait them in. But the shots are being hit by FURIA. Mary gets one back. That's all it's going to be. 3 stay alive. And FURIA pick up the pistol.
Good from FURIA there in that pistol round, because there's moments where you have to make a decision. You got to stick to it. And we saw last time against MIBR, FURIA were kind of all over the place. There was a lot of mid-round decisions that they really second-guessed. This one, however, wasn't, especially when the fake on the plant came through. You see that everyone is swinging, everyone is in unison, and that is exactly what you need for FURIA.
No bomb plant either. She could have stuck it, but I understand, especially after they've gotten that gush right onto Car, you kind of feel that maybe you find one clean kill after that, and suddenly, you know, Car's not going to swing you. There's maybe a world you can brawl your way back into the round. The repercussions are that you're just glocking into this one. Oh. Gonna try and overwhelm the B bomb site from the looks of things. Flashbang being thrown on over. Really trying to bait out as much utility as possible. Yeah, now they're running back.
It's just slow. It's just one of those where you're hoping, as you said, just to kind of get all of the resources drained out of FURIA, push and pull them to a different area of the map. Car is perfect. Doesn't take a single point of damage, and now she can hear them, and it's just baiting this MP9 to try and overwhelm, and it will for the first. Okay, Car's here in support. It's pretty simple stuff. Of course, that was just the Glocks. Now Atrix, they've got options. They've got the AK, so have the utility. This is where we can start to really take notes of what Atrix is all about.
That's double layering in towards Gap. Triple Famous purchase into round number 2 is going to set up FURIA with a pretty comparable set of weaponry. It's could be a worse bonus. It looks like mid is going to be the focus early on for Atrix. We've got 3 players already. Going to be grouping up here and taking some space, but Bazina, she wants to do the same thing. The MP9 getting up close. They have sent Mary scampering. This is their space, but in towards mid, success has been found. Oh, Little Z finds 3, but one is her teammate. However, that has left B open, and now they can bring the bomb on up through.
Should be fine. Famous MP9, you can give this a look in if you're FURIA, or you can maybe think about saving these rifles. Definitely not going to be the case normally with FURIA. Molly will hold them back at bay just for a moment longer. There is a kit. In fact, there's 2 of them. And there's another incendiary that can go quite deep. However, it's over on default. This is just wasting so much time. Atrix are not peeking.
Also over just to slow them down as well behind default. And I think that might just be the bit of utility that's going to make that decision for them. Time to leave. They should keep these 2 rifles alive and M4 to be picked up as well. So at least that's something And everyone else has got enough money that you'll have a good purchase into the next round anyway. But a good way for Atrix to get onto the board. And despite all that aggression down towards ramp, getting all that space for FURIA, the immediate response to take that aggression in towards mid, even if there's a team kill in the mix, works out perfectly. We get to see that one back. Oh, come on. She actually had 2 goes at this team kill. That's so funny.
That's not really, I'll be honest, that's more Sidon's fault.
That's not Little Z's fault.
But that was the activation point, as you mentioned. The fact that FURIA are pushing so aggressively with the bonus weapons, that leaves mid exposed. Atrix are just ready. It's very cool for them just to go, okay, well, you want to have A? That's fine. We'll pressure somewhere else. Galil not quite doing the killing blow onto Gabby. But at least it's pressure. And this keeps the double mid / triple B setup enabled for FURIA. And that means they need to be careful on ramp. There's a lot of people in close proximity here for Atrix.
Gabby dodging the double heat cheese over the top. Alley-oop. This one's much more by the book. His eyes focused on the little gap between the tarpaulin. Sophie is an interesting name in this lineup as well. Kind of took a break, well, didn't take a break, but wasn't in a team that made it through ESL Impact last season. Also an endgame in the past. Has been putting up the numbers. Bokor gets the opener onto Bazinia. Izza looking to take the next contact, is able to find Sinon. Smoke deployed as well. She's got some space to work with. A flash on over, just trying to kill time to allow the reinforcements to arrive. But Little Z able to find her.
Yeah, good shot. Now the smokes need to come in immediately for Atrix. You can't give FURIA time to rotate 30 seconds, and they're slowing things down. It looks like Mari and Bokor want to peek together. You got to wait until this smoke is down. Flashbang's good. Car can't see anything. Retake is entirely possible here for FURIA because the bomb is not even down. Car might apply pressure instead. It's gapped through the smoke. That denies the bomb.
They're not done. They are not done at all. Flash over. Car looks one way, but he's able to swivel around and get the double. Gabby over the top, and they don't even allow the bomb to be planted. They pounce immediately, and it's brutal from Car.
That's Atrix giving a lot of respect over to FURIA. Mari saw the first player over at Gap, which enabled Bokor to find this opener. And then as soon as you kill Izza, you should be dropping your smokes, you should be going. Instead, this slowdown allows FURIA to get back in proper reposition. So by that point, the time is whittled down so long, you have to stick to this plan. And we've seen that FURIA are more than happy to go for these retakes before the bomb's even down.
Yeah, I think the first time when Bokor went for that plant shoot, she was not quite tucked in towards default, bit off to the side, but she's opened up this round. Flames are going to keep her at bay, but that's a kill and a FAMAS collected. An early pressure has brought over a bunch of FURIA to respond. Atrix is sticking around for now, seeing if there is going to be further re-aggress from FURIA.
Good from Mari. Mari just needs to hold. Atrix falls silent. They're anticipating a boost, they're anticipating a push. Izza is going to kind of give that. And she will fall. And in fact, the rest of FURIA are also crumbling. It's now just Car remaining on this A bomb site. And she's now about to get swarmed and pincered by these players scaling. She needs to pick up poison. And she does on towards Gap. Drops the smoke. Gives herself a little bit more room. And Gabby's rotated in the meantime. 55 seconds. Remember, Atrix do not need to commit to this bomb site.
Car's low. Gabby feeling like she's the one that wants to try and get the information. Head spotted and removed. Great kill. Atrix's pause has now put it into this 2-on-2, but with recovered rifles, it looks a lot more even than this round started. Also managed to recover a smoke. So that can be used to get this bomb across. Gabby's up in towards heaven. Jiggling it periodically. Not going to spot this cross. Smoke comes forward. Bokor on the swing, catches the jiggle, and it's got to be Car again, but they're holding for her. She still finds the kill. 2 HP needs to be perfect, and it's Car, so of course it is.
2 HP. I mean, really? Really, Car? You're going to keep doing this? You're going to get so many 1vx's where it feels like Atrix are making the right reads, and then they get punished because of the execution. How many rounds now is Car going to push through smokes and find success? This was great, by the way, from Atrix. The slowdown this time was warranted. A 2-on-2. and by not making a single step, you're trying to isolate these kills. You're trying to make FURIA doubt that you've rotated over towards B. The contact play was perfect, and it still gets punished once more. Talked about the reliability of Car, and she is here.
Yeah, cool as a cucumber as well, right? She looked completely nonplussed after that clutch. Talked about the AWP not having, you know, a lot of impact on Vertigo. It's not stopping the player that wields it. Gabby, she's taken B lobby control with the MP9. It's up against rifles, mind you. Okay, never mind. All right, Mary has found a response. A pathway in towards A.
Faster as well. There's the smoke. She's got a flash as well to kind of try and scale with the rest of her team. That's a fantastic counter nade from Izza. Just trying to wait. Because look at Gabby. Underneath. Pushing. I thought she was going to go further. Instead, just smokes and guarantees that Atrix need to go through middle or A. So slow down once more. Very uncharacteristic of South American teams. And I feel like that's why Atrix is doing it a lot. Because you're completely taking the sting out of the round. You're also just not playing conventionally. However, you are playing up against FURIA, a team that's got a lot of experience playing against European teams. Here comes the re-exec, the scaling. Mary going first. She can be that player to try and get the info at least. Izza nearly barbecuing herself and still nearly, and will collect another kill. Izza's not done there. Very good damage, and now Gabs is just stepping in as well. This is ridiculous.
Absolute brawl on the A bomb site. Comes down to the one-on-one. Time is low. So is Gabby. HE over the top is going to do a little bit of chip damage. And will it be another clutch for FURIA? Gabby makes it so. And again, with just a slither of HP remaining, FURIA bringing these rounds across the line. It feels almost criminal.
It's heartbreaking if you are, like me, an Atrix enjoyer. These afterplants have been honestly terrible. That's the only way I can describe it, and I don't mean to be harsh, but you're putting the bomb down in these 2-on-2s, 1-on-1s, and what are you doing? You're swinging. You're giving FURIA every single opportunity just to win it. I know it's tough, but just remain tucked there. You know exactly where that player is going to be because of the HE.
Crushing rounds that Atrix have had to deal with. And you know, you're right in highlighting just the kind of way they're approaching the mid rounds after these initial skirmishes. It's very controlled. It's giving them the space. They're finding the right timings to re-aggress and execute, but it's the closing. It's that extra little step that's missing right now.
It's like they're going through all of these hurdles and then just failing to jump properly over the last one. Good clear from Little Z. Xenia, oh. Next up's the chopping block. Okay, this one looks a lot better. A 4-on-2. Yet again, smokes deployed deep into elevator. Car steps forward, but this time there's trade spacing. A crossfire established. Car can only find one kill, and Gabby is forced into this save. Atrix will finally bounce back.
Yeah, one, I guess, side effect of losing these 1v1s constantly is that FURIA's economy is still kind of in the bin, right? So
yeah,
Atrix can get this T side rolling now. Gabby's going to save this one over, and we're likely going to see the force around it, I'd expect. So Atrix definitely have an avenue back into this T side, despite a few disappointing rounds in terms of their outcomes. Gabby could do damage here. That will make a force play even more appealing. Mary just about surviving the explosion. Atrix get their second.
Yeah, I mean, the first stage loss bonus, this should always be a buy for FURIA. These are some really nice shots, and I think what's cool about when we're watching Atrix is it's just different players finding different multi-kills, but it always seems to be around this A ramp. It was Bokor a few rounds ago, Mary in the previous, this time Little Z. It feels like a very solid team effort right now from Atrix, which is good, but I compare and contrast that to FURIA, and it has relied on individuals to go crazy. It has relied on Car just to do the damage. Fast push in towards A yet again, and look, Atrix are evacuating. They know that FURIA are here.
Yeah, it's the exact same push as well, right? MP9 leading, the rifle to support, and they managed to get the control. Now boost up in towards mid. Kara, UMP enthusiast. Few of those around. Never be me, but I trust in Car.
UMP always feels like a good idea until you use it.
That is the most accurate description of the UMP ever.
I like the idea here from Atrix. You understand that FURIA took aggressive sort of leans in towards a ramp and you expect them to be rotated elsewhere. That's exactly what's happened. So a good understanding of the game by Atrix ultimately costs them a player for their troubles. Sophia falls, deep smoke in towards elevator. They're trying to scale and take space in towards CT.
Yeah, elevator smoke's actually doing a lot of work for them at the moment. Surely FURIA just going to run on through it. Yeah, they try and burst on in, but covering fire is there from the T's. It comes with some scathing blows. Little Z is very low. The damage goes both ways. Car brought low, sit on with a double. And this flank held forward, but a lot of damage applied by the MP9. Xenia needs to find both, and they've doubled up, layering on headshot. Not planning for them, but it doesn't matter. She needs to find these kills. Time's running out. There's no kit. Taps the bomb, hoping to bait them forward, and she can't quite find it. A quad kill forced in on an Atrix with their third.
Literally every single player now. We just need Sophia to start over at A rather at B, and then suddenly Atrix are just finding multi-kills every single time. Great round out of them. And it's all about this understanding. It's all about knowing the tendencies of FURIA. If they've taken such aggressive space down the A ramp, the last thing they expect us to do is re-aggress and take the space back. And what's really cool there is that, yet again, Atrix are knowing that FURIA are more than happy to kind of push and try and deny these bombs, try and force the issue. So you are holding pretty proactively. This is interesting in the middle. Gabs? Never mind.
Little boost. Is this going to try and slip into this gap, but it is just these pistols. Yeah, I guess, oh, Sophia actually taking the fight, and she does lose it out, because this is what I started to allude to, is she's kind of the big question mark for me in this squad in terms of we haven't seen her as much in big games.
Yeah.
Whereas the rest of the squad kind of have. Sinon yet to make it to a LAN, but has always been, you know, I think almost every single ESL Impact season has been part of a team that's done some damage. Given almost all of this action's taken place over towards A, we've had to see much out of Sophia.
No, it's been difficult for her. Especially in this half. Car finding another kill, but then wants to upgrade the pistol, and that ultimately leads to her downfall. Izza will take the AK, she will save the AK, and Atrix... Again, I still feel like they've been hard done by a little bit in some of these clutches. Like, they've been ridiculous from FURIA. But if you actually excuse those, I feel like Atrix should be up maybe 6 rounds. I'd say 6. 2 of them were definitely kind of stolen away by FURIA. This has been a very good T side.
Yeah, absolutely. They might still win out the half, but they definitely feel like they should have, even if they don't. Is there at least gets to keep that little AK?
Terrorists win.
Things even up between the teams. Yeah, it's just been a brawl of rifles, and I think part of it's just been because so many of the rounds come down to 1v1s, but we haven't seen the AWP head-to-head yet, because that's one I'm very interested in. Haven't mentioned it, but Little Z is a very good author. I think one of the best in South America that hasn't had her moment in the spotlight outside of that one LAN.
It was actually Sophia that was owning against Gen Kid 4M4. She had a 1.62 rating in that series. So, you know, she's got some pep in her step. She needs to come alive against kind of the bigger, I guess, cats in South America. I was going to say fish, but then Furia's a panther, so I didn't really...
It's not appropriate, is it?
No. You know. B. This time. Let's push again from Furia, by the way, at A. You've got Bazinia just at the bottom. Is a jump spotting once more. And no info means that Car can rotate freely over towards middle. All depends on Sinon's timing here. If she's able to have a one-on-one fight with Car and catch the Furia Orpa off guard, then that's what they're hoping for. Because this utility right now from Mari, it's a fake. I feel like this is always going to end B.
Yeah, smoke's coming on through. And a double setup here for the defense. And even Car going to be coming on over. Mid being plugged by Bazinia. Gab swings out through for the first. Fully blinded, but still able to connect. Gabby, an unknown element out of white box, but is now known. But Bazinia's found a follow-up kill onto that lurk in towards mid. Gabby gets one more before she's felled. These T's trying to fight their way in, but they can't get past Gabs. She gets her third kill in the round. Furia's B defense holds strong.
There's not enough pressure being there by Atrix. It's not their fault because they don't know, obviously, that Bazinia's already pushed A. So when Mari does these lurk utility, it doesn't do anything. And then the smokes come in and they land either side of the generator. It feels really telegraphed that Atrix are always going to be over at B. Shame for Sinon, because she can hear one player rotating off mid to B, but not ready for the speed of the second one in Izza. So that one hurts. Cool utility being thrown through by Little Z, but Bazinia is just meeting them at the door and kicking them out before they can even scale too much further up the ramp.
All right. I feel like they always, whenever they're on these pistols, they're fighting an entry onto ramp. Like,
oh, and another.
Explosive, a double, okay. Armor on Mari if they can pick up one of these rifles, but with Gabby having the incendiary, it's going to be really difficult to get a bomb plant. So I think at the moment, they're probably just going to see.
Oh, she might not come over. She has to worry about B right now.
Yes, is that pause again, right?
This is a good smoke. This funnels Atrix into Car, elevated at headshot. She can also tuck and just wait for them to cross to default. Gabs can take the first contact here. This is really nice.
Bit of a fake flash. It's not going to deter Atrix. Nice little angle. Oh my god, the PG-50. How does she win that one? Car stepping in there is able to get a kill backwards, but they're trying to overwhelm, trying to run her down. A dink comes on through. Mari can't swing onto Gabby though, who arrives just in time to win out yet again. Another 1v1 for Furia.
I would say expensive, but it's the last round of the first half. It's such a shame. It feels like Furia, they are just scraping it in a lot of these rounds. A lot of damage always being done by Atrix. I really like the approach, especially in their defaults. They got low buys. They flash themselves over as soon as Mari gets the kill in towards yellow. It's cool. It's good signs for this team, at the very least. The 5th round should be theirs. I hope it is. Car on the AWP. First time we see it this half.
How many of these rounds do 1v1s?
So many.
Is it 3? It's 4? Definitely at least 3, but I don't know. It might even be 4. I don't know if Nuke can get us that number, but that's an
Okay, I can get us that number. Hang on.
Sorry, that was really funny. The way the Molotov dropped that. Yeah, a crazy amount of clutches. Consider, I mean, just those 3, it'd be an inverse scoreline. Sophia gets her opener onto B. She's been looking for it all half. Flash being on over. Gabs is caught by the second one. Izza trying to slip on through behind the smoke. Cops a bullet through it. Bazinia able to get one back. And Gabs with the follow-up, spamming that smoke and finding success. Managed to get the opener, but getting into the side is proving to be uncomfortable. The AWP is trained on Sinon's position if she tries to cross over, but I think she's aware of it. Crawls on through, but Car, even more so. Bokov finally finds a kill back with Little Z, who's Now a little bit weakened from it. Isa, though, with low HP, still able to find one, and it comes down to, again, another 1 versus 1. And his car creeping on forward, clutching it out. FURIA can do no wrong.
Like a bird in a storm all alone, and the rain pours down. Black as the night, nothing's right, and it's far from brown. Thunder and ice, looking for light, pushing through the clouds. Keep up the fight, climbing new heights, never looking down. Rise up like I'm marching through the fire. Rise up as the flames getting higher. Rise up. The peak of the mountain top. Had a dream, I was pulled by the stars and I couldn't stop. Thunder and ice, looking for light, pushing through the clouds. Keep up the fight, climbing new heights, never looking down. Rise up like I'm marching through the fire. Rise up as the flames getting higher. Rise up, now I'm gonna rise up.
Four one-on-ones in that first half. 4 of them went the way of FURIA. If we split it, then this would look a lot better for Atrix. But the reality is, we're not splitting them. FURIA take the whole lot. 8-4 on their defense, and we know how good FURIA and their T-sides are.
Well, let's see then. So if utility for the A execute, we have 2 players keeping an eye on ramp though. Bokor is going to get a bit of info. Mari also gets a grazing blow, drops the smoke behind her, so that's going to slow them down. Now she can potentially double up with Bokor. Dorbrad is in this position. It's such an iconic combination. Even the flashbang to set up. I feel like the main focus is probably going to be up ramp side.
Bokor, all blind. However, it's Little T through the smoke with the first. Mari still waiting to get involved in the action. She will find another kill. But Xenia desperately needs to work with Kara. Mari's just running away. Wasting time yet again. Means that Atrix can get closer in this bomb site, but they line up. But Xenia is doing everything with Gabs. This is getting a little bit dicey. Car and Gabs name a more iconic duo when it comes to clutching. And Car's found Sophia. Heard players at Headshot knows that Mary is over at Gap. And Atrix just run away.
Gabs is caught here. Yeah, I like that from Little Z. And now she's going to fall back again to another nice line against Car. This is beautifully played, but it doesn't matter.
No.
It doesn't matter. Another
Stop
1v1, Brandon. It's happening again.
Car. No.
This is like the 6th time.
I can't do it anymore.
Well, maybe this one will be Atrix's, but Car's
she's
hearing
gone
Mary
close.
running. To the Redders, though, more bullets for her. Car's darting around. No time is on her side. Now she has the information. She can drop down.
She's won.
Mary has to find the fight forward, but no, Mary wins it. She hits the headshot, 3 in the round, and finally Atrix will win a clutch.
That's the hardest 1v1 of the lot for Atrix. I can't. Mary's shaking her head, thinking, how does it even get in that position? It's Atrix rerouting. It's them catching them off as they try and walk through elevator. Mary is just playing, I don't know, like the Matrix in that round, just sprinting away from everything, disengage after disengage, and then when it matters most, she steps up. Miss Consistent, oh, reliable. That's what we're dubbing her. She comes in good. Atrix a much needed pistol as well, because if they lost that clutch, I mean, I was losing my mind. Imagine what they'd be feeling.
Car's dropped a AK over to Gabby.
What are we doing here?
Lining up smokes.
This is a very precise little...
Yeah, there's a lot of, there's a lot of little nicks on the ground that you have to line up with.
All right, we're going B smokes.
Sophia gonna be tested. HE goes on forward. She tucks behind wood. This is certainly gonna be cleared, but they go ahead of the flash. She's caught off, and they pounce into the side. Sinon gets one before she's dealt with. Clean entries from Basinia. You might just be calling the round right there. They are sticking present. Another resmoke comes on through. Mid-lurk not being spotted on out. Very patient from Gabs.
Got a save, haven't they? Can I Gabs just come around the corner with the Tech 9? Just try and do some damage. Oh, they're not looking. That's an M4 dropped. That one hurts. Mary will go back in to at least get revenge, but that's all it will amount to be. I'm just kind of gushing there and saying, oh no, because it feels like Sophia's in the right position. It feels like she's ready, and FURIA just completely destroy her by going ahead of that flash timing. They're looking so dominant right now. Even with Atrix just setting themselves up. What can you do against that from Basinia?
Yeah. It's sick to see Basinia slotting so well to the FURIA playstyle. I think that's something that's really cool. Kind of mentioned, and she's already had a pretty good start to the season with the squad, and it's great to see that continuing match after match.
Yeah, I mean, look, I said before the series started that it would maybe take a little bit of time for her to kind of mold into this, but a really good result against MIBR when she played, looking really solid here.
She's the second highest rated player on the team this season so far, just
That's
behind
cool.
Izza.
Really? Behind Izza? I thought it'd be Car.
1.35 and Basinia
how's Car not up there?
1.29. Well, I can dive deeper into the stats. Car's actually behind Gabby, 1.09. I think she might have had a rough couple of games off stream, perhaps, that we didn't cover, but yeah.
Oh, wow. She's been unreal. Whenever we've seen her.
1.29 across 5 maps is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. Tell you what isn't decent, this buy from Atrix. M4 on Mary. MP9 on Bokor, those save guns, and then little Z's got utility. And a little USP.
That's a nice HG. Bit of a B lane from the CT squad. Boko with 1 HP. Ooh, she does not want to stick around there. Has to try and dodge with this util because even being anywhere near a HE or an incendiary will end her.
How she got out?
Slips away. Yeah, you're saving this now. Double digits for FURIA.
It kind of feels like all the momentum's just with FURIA. When you lose so many of those clutches, when you lose the second round as well, it kind of takes the wind out your sails. You're feeling really good. You've finally been able to get the piano off your back with a 1v1. Shout out Biggie Zera. I don't know. It just hasn't happened, and it's a shame because the T side actually looked. We spoke about it. The T side looked convincing until Atrix were putting themselves into post plants. This CT side, whilst look, they haven't had really too many opportunities. They are playing very differently to how they did in the first half, and I feel like that they are kind of getting in their heads a little bit. That's kind of what it feels like.
It's really unfortunate because the scoreline could just be like, not the opposite, but like,
Yeah.
you know, 7-8 kind of at the moment or something like that if those clutches gone the other way. Which should make you feel a little bit better about having not a lot into this round. Mari's M4 is going to be the leading star, and they're going to go for the same kind of setup. A heavy lean over towards B, hoping that FURIA are going to come over here, but 9 times out of 10, Vertigo is an A ramp kind of place.
It was either today or yesterday where Vertigo got added into the game 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that, replacing Cobble, right?
Yeah.
I think that's today.
Happy
great
Vertigo
move.
Day.
Happy Vertigo Day, everyone. All those that celebrate. I do. Cobble is a bad map. Gabby.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice kill. Looking
Any
for
more?
Ooh, it's messy. That's an AK, and maybe the rotations can come through.
it needs to be quick though. Bokor. Oh, trying to escape, won't manage it. That's perfect. That's all FURIA needed, just that one kill. Because it delays Atrix feeling confident coming back in towards Elevator, into CT. Nades do great damage though onto Car. She's removed from the equation. A 3-on-3, but this was your save round again. It looks like they want to give it a look in though.
Yeah, Kit and Smoke, and you've got double rifles. I can see why they're interested. Issue is, this re-smoke into the corner is still up. It's taking a minute to fade. Sidon starts to edge on forward. And Xenia pops on up. Gabs does as well. Mari has to scamper on her way. So the retake gets scuppered before it can really begin. Mari will hopefully be allowed to keep this. Yeah, they are going to be running all the way over into the corner. Is it just about surviving? FURIA's T side, as you mentioned, so strong for them.
Yeah. Their T side's great. And the unfortunate thing is kind of what we were discussing. The fact that you win the pistol and then you lose it, it puts you in such a terrible position financially. And by getting that kill that FURIA got onto the A bomb site, I think it was Xenia finding it, it just meant that Atrix didn't feel comfortable rotating into Elevator. That enabled enough time just for FURIA to establish themselves on the bomb site. They could allow that re-smoke to come in, and by that point, Atrix, even though they want to go for the retake, they're kind of shut out. Good angle, Sin on. Oh, Willow just in time. That's a good find. There's more players waiting on the other side of this smoke as well for FURIA.
Finally having the small forward presence at B is rewarding a kill. It's not going to deter FURIA. Xenia, oh, is licked by the flames. So Sophia's going to come that one on over. B9 leading these angles is so tricky. Forward smoke deployed. Sophia gets up in front and Issa just runs in right straight on through. Takes her down, and now Sidon trying to come in and support, but there's an AWP holding a smoke now on the left-hand side. Flash forward is good though, it set her up, but again, Izza with this MP9 doing all the work. Gabs on the left gets activated, and we're looking at 12. Locked in for FURIA.
I'm gonna be honest here. Sophia dropping that smoke, fine, but don't run towards it because you're not in a position. The players on the back of the bomb site are not in a position to be able to trade you here. Sure, you get offset by the molly, but if you drop your smoke and you just back off there, the players are still over at A for Atrix, and you don't really give them a chance whatsoever to just get into the site, have an opportunity to maybe retake. So many different ways you could play that, and I just think pushing forward just wasn't the one. Look at the buy as well that Atrix have got to survive with. An XM, a 5.7. In fact, every single weapon is different for the CT side.
It's a bit of a funky collection, isn't it? Shotgun doesn't find success, bit of damage onto Izza. Harry looking for the timing. First it's hers. Zinnia is quick on the trade, and they're just going to accelerate into A. That smoke is kind of funky in how deep it is, but it's not going to deter them from the plant. Flames doing damage, and Carr actually does just about get away. And this retake is so tough. A re-smoke as well. You've got a flashbang, and that's all you've got to work with.
I'd even call it impossible. You can't smoke. Sure, you've got a kit. Look at Bazinia just waiting on the other side of the smoke as well. Flash has to come forward, and it does. So Atrix have at least got space, and I like this. Sophia being aggressive, but there's so many players. You need to try and weed out of all of these different positions. They can all swing at the same time as well. Gap player doesn't actually fully commit. Sophia, last player standing, won't happen. FURIA 13-5, and whilst the first half you could argue that some of those rounds should have gone to Atrix, in the second it was just all FURIA.
Yeah, we definitely saw a big shift in how that map was playing out. As soon as FURIA got to that T side, even though they dropped the pistol, it comes down to the 1v1, so it could have been a flawless half for them.